Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Jason Bourne from 2016. It's the fifth and final film in the Bourne collection, is directed by Paul Greengrass and stars Matt Damon and Tommy Lee Jones. Well, after 5 films, we are closing out the Bourne franchise with not just the last film in the series, but I'm going to say the worst in the series as well. But that doesn't mean it's horrible, it's serviceable, but not up to the quality of the rest of the series. Again, if I had my way, the Bourne Legacy and Jason Bourne wouldn't exist, and those first 3 films would be simply a trilogy that would go down as one of the best trilogy of films ever to be made. But I don't get to have my way, the Bourne Legacy and Jason Bourne do exist, and that's why we can't have nice things. There is actually one really negative thing about this film existing. At the end of the Bourne Ultimatum, spoiler alert, we find out that it wasn't the government that made David Webb into Jason Bourne. I mean, yeah, they facilitated it and did all the training, but David Webb came to the government and willingly volunteered to become Jason Bourne. It's a haunting place for the film to end because it means that in some fashion, Jason Bourne can't blame the CIA for every bad thing that happened as a result of him becoming Jason Bourne. Well, along comes this film and the revelation that David Webb was being surveilled by the CIA and weaseled into the Treadstone Project in a way that he'd think he volunteered of his own accord. This undoes practically everything the original trilogy built to, and it's just such a shame that they do it. Other than that, there's a bunch of computer hacking shit in the film, and all of that goes over my head. Maybe it's legit, maybe it's movie magic bullshit, I would never know, I'm just being dragged along for the ride. But speaking of rides, the whole film is almost worth it for the chase scene in Vegas at the end of the film. When that SWAT truck slams into all of those cars, damn, that is a sight to behold. And from what I could tell, it wasn't CGI'd at all, which is very impressive indeed. In fact, there wasn't a lot of CGI involved in this film, period, and I love hearing something like that. When a film decides to do something practically instead of the quick fix CGI method, they are going the extra mile, and I appreciate that. Jason Bourne isn't a terrible movie. Like I said, it's serviceable. It keeps my interest, and I wasn't checking the DVD timer over and over to see how much film was left, and so that has to mean something. Not much, but something. I'm going to give Jason Bourne a C and hope the franchise is done. Tomorrow we go on to my first Steve Martin starring film, Bowfinger. Let's hope it's aged well. See y'all then.